Bioeconomy matters. In the last few years, the European Union has invested almost €4 billion in research aimed at developing the economy in sustainable ways. The bioeconomy sector already employs 18 million people with an annual turnover of around €2 trillion. That's of huge economic potential for agriculture, forestry, fisheries, food and bioenergy industries that rely on a myriad of bio-based products that are currently being developed and hitting the market around the whole continent.
Is it possible, for instance, to transform up to 6.5 million cubic metres of pulpwood every year without using a single drop of fossil fuels? That's the bet of scientists, managers and investors at this bioproduct mill located in Finland.
240 trucks and 70 fully loaded train wagons feed the mill every day with birch, spruce and pine. The wood is used to produce pulp. Annual pulp production is around 1.3 million tonnes. And yet no fossil fuels are used in the whole process. Its managers say the mill is completely self-sufficient.
So we are producing 2.5 times more energy than we are using ourselves. We have sludge, and from the sludge we are making biogas. And then we have the bark, from the bark we are making the product gas, and also the bark is sold off for energy use outside of the mill.
The whole system is based on the idea of trying to produce sustainable products using less water and energy, and imagining how to efficiently use pulpwood in products other than paper and cardboard.
Then we have the ongoing project to, from pulp, make textile, and also that we have from pulp the possibility to make composites to replace plastics.
It's in labs like this one where the inner properties of raw materials are closely monitored. Researchers here are currently driving the development of sustainable 3-layer cardboards aimed for innovative packaging.
We are developing our high-yield pulps, and we are optimizing the 3-layer structure. And then we need to know the information of the surface layers and then the bulky middle layer, and to get enough strength and stiffness to our products.
The mill required an initial investment of €1.2 billion. Managers here hope that innovative green products made out of wood will help pay off that huge investment.
Most of the new products which were developed the last 50 years or so are based on oil, so petrochemical products. But now the situation in terms of the business environment and including climate change and so on is changing and opens up again new possibilities to produce these products from wood.
And another key step to reduce our dependency on fossil fuels will be our capacity to produce more and better biodegradable, compostable bioplastics. That's precisely the aim of all this experimental technology currently being developed and tested here in northern Italy.
The secret recipe here includes cornstarch, cellulose and vegetable oils as raw materials. A complex manufacturing chain, including mechanical processes like extrusion and blowing, transforms these natural materials into bioplastic films that can be later used to produce biodegradable shopping bags.
Over time and given the right conditions in terms of industrial composting or biograding underground, molecules of these bioplastics break down little by little thanks to the actions of these microorganisms. Over time, these molecules will be transformed into something more elemental like organic carbon or simple compost.
Bioplastic must offer the same strength and resilience as ordinary petrochemical plastics, thus the need for mechanical tests. And not only that.
In addition to these mechanical tests, we can also make here qualitative tests. We can, for instance, measure the friction rate or all properties linked to the permeability of the biomaterials or its optical properties.
These tests are part of a European research project aimed at rethinking the whole plastic value chain in an effort to create new business models and to better protect the environment.
We don't simply want to change one product for another. This is not our aim. We want to develop a system that can make better use of the resources of the planet, consuming less of these resources and redistributing them in a fairer, more efficient way.
Researchers meet regularly to brainstorm new innovations and eco-designs using bioplastics. Europe produces around 25 million tonnes of plastic waste every year. Only a third is recycled. The rest is either incinerated or ends up in landfills. So urgent solutions are needed, like the bioplastics that have already been used to cover the interior of these detergent packages.
We are starting with certain type of products, use this kind of plastic, and simply teach our consumers that this is better. For them, it is better. For our environment, it's better. So in time, when we notice that they have accepted this kind of plastics, this kind of product packaging, we will simply broaden it to our other products.
Researchers hope their work will add to a European target of 10 million tonnes of recycled plastics being transformed into new products by 2025. Along with research and innovation, education will play a crucial role in meeting that objective.
There are many countries in Northern Europe whose plastic waste management system is very well implemented and developed. But in other countries, this management of plastic waste does not even exist. And many citizens don't know what the implications of this bad management is when it comes to how plastics end up in the oceans or enter our food chain. So one of our main challenges is to understand what are the needs of each European country to be able to find as many adapted solutions as we can.
To understand those needs, researchers have turned to the concept of citizen science to understand what the social and market expectations are when it comes to reinforcing the circular economy in the plastic sector.
We need to empower the citizen, because often they don't realise that their shopping decisions are very important in moving the market towards more sustainable trends. But we also need to empower the market so it can give a wider array of choices to the consumers.
And finally, how to transform all these trees into an innovative biomaterial aimed at sectors as diverse as the automotive industry, the adhesive industry, and even cosmetics. That's what scientists aim to achieve at this biorefinery in Norway.
1 million cubic metres of Norwegian spruce are transformed here every year into cellulose, lignin, bioethanols and cellulose fibres. Those cellulose fibres can be turned into bioproducts through a process known as fibrillation. A European research project studying the possibilities of one of the resulting products is called Exsilva, which could be useful for many different applications, where up to now, chemicals or oil-based products are widely used.
The properties some of the customers are looking for is to control the viscosity in the painting, that you avoid dripping or sagging of the painting when you apply it on the wall, or you can control the hardening process within adhesives. You can also have good effect in adding into cosmetics, anti-wrinkle cream.
Laboratory research helps improve and study the properties of the product and enhance the array of industrial applications. Scientists here work to develop a product that shows high efficiency and robustness in harsh environments, but not only that.
We are looking at particle size or more specific aggregate size. As you might know, also we have two different qualities. One is more fibrillated than the others. And we also have lately started to look into more film properties of Exilva, because you can make films which has very good barrier properties, oxygen barriers, and also that gives strength to products.
The product is one of the 700 based on natural raw materials being developed here. A trend that should grow in the coming years, managers say.
Our product is typically a little helper. So you only need a little bit in your formulation to change completely from maybe oil-based to water-based. So it's not really a cost issue here. The consumer awareness and the general public's drive for more sustainability and greener product really motivates these companies out there to go down that road and really spend resources on developing new, better products.
Better products that researchers say should keep steadily coming to the markets, as the European Union is planning to invest another €10 billion in bioeconomy research by 2027.